Hi friends, Living Fit with Laura on this very, very snowy, wet, rainy day. Every day, whether it's snowing or raining, cold or damp, sunny or hot, whether we are happy, sad, anxious, depressed, as long as we are well rested, we have our rest, we get out and do our exercise. Every day, we thank our Creator for another day. We say, "This is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad." Remembering that we live by our decisions, not our emotions. We say, "I will forgive." We don't say, "I will wait until that person apologizes to forgive." Will we wait in the rest of our lives? We don't say, "I will wait until I feel like losing weight." No, we decide today, right now, to feed our bodies right, remembering that 85% of our fitness and weight loss isn't exercise, it is the food we eat. I'm sure we've all met the person who we see running 5 miles a day and is severely overweight. We need to feed our bodies right, and we many times overcomplicate it. Let's just cook fresh, healthy food, put some chicken or fish in the oven, vegetables, fresh vegetables. Every night I make a meat, protein, and a vegetable or potatoes. Let's keep it simple. We don't have to be a bodybuilder and compete and belong to an elite gym and work out 4 hours a day. What I teach is daily, consistent, sustainable exercise. Start small. Go out and get a short walk. You will notice as you feel better, you might want to include a little bit of other exercise like resistance training. We gradually build up to get stronger, and then we add to that. I want to talk to my friends briefly about saneness. Why I talk so much about saneness, being sane. Our attitude about our lives, what we worship, how we see other people, very much relates to whether we are sane. I've talked about porn, I've talked about using vulgar language. I got some comments on my Facebook page that were, it doesn't matter to me what people think about me. I'm teaching you that when you use a lot of vulgar words, when you see other people as objects, gentlemen, I'm talking to you, when you engage in porn that objectifies people, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to you, when you demean the opposite sex, or when you demean sex, then we are degrading our lives. We are depressing ourselves, because you can call it anything you want. You can call it being liberal. I knew a woman at one of my jobs that was polyamorous. She thought the more the better. She was also a very mean person. She was very mean-spirited. I would like to encourage my friends to consider, when we see life as sacred, we are sane because we see life as sacred, and that includes respecting the opposite sex, respecting the beauty of a monogamy, respecting that other people are not objects, versus being crude and crazy. You don't have to use a lot of vulgar language to be crude. You can say to yourself, "I'm going to be married, but I'm also going to cheat on my spouse anytime I feel like it, anytime I'm bored, anytime my spouse doesn't entertain me." Listen, let's take a step back, and I want you to consider that you're doing yourself a disservice. You're creating your own misery. You can say to yourself, "What a fuddy-duddy. You're too conservative, you're old-fashioned." Listen, my friends, I want you to be sane. So I want you to consider not engaging in that behavior, not engaging in vulgar, crude comedy shows. Amy Schumer is a good example. If you want to be really depressed, watch Amy Schumer. She's popular because this culture today, very sadly, celebrates being vulgar. This culture today celebrates being promiscuous. This culture today celebrates girls, young girls, going out and looking as if they are going to a bar. Ladies, modesty is the way we respect ourselves. We do not need to show it all to be beautiful. We do not need to show it all to be sexy. Let's take a step back and consider what I'm saying. I am no Mary Poppins. I've been there and done that with the wild parties and thinking I was missing out on something. What's so great about going to a bunch of bars, acting like an idiot, or demeaning ourselves, waking up and feeling horrible with a hangover to the point where we cannot be at all productive for 48 hours. I'd like you to think about what you're doing to your body and mind when you are feeding your brain smut. You can call it whatever you want, whether it's soft porn or hard porn. It is smut. I'd like you to consider the impact on your life. I want all of us to be sane, and that means seeing life as sacred, versus being crude. And again, there are many different labels to basically being crude and vulgar. You can call it I'm liberated, you can call it I'm polyamorous, so the more the better. Take a step back and consider what you're doing to your mind and to your life. I want all of us to be sane, stable, serene, and strong. There's a beauty in monogamy. There's a book called Hot Monogamy. There's beauty in, instead of chasing skirts and chasing that secretary that's 20 years old, chase your wife. There is beauty in focusing that energy and desire towards your spouse. For those of my friends who are single, set those feelings aside, focus your energy and attention to living a good life, living a clean life. There's plenty to do, there's plenty to be high about. There are plenty of things to engage in to have a very productive, fulfilling life, other than the bar scene, the porn scene. I'm being very blunt here. I'm talking about the elephant in the room that no one wants to talk about. Let's say our prayer again. I want my friends to be sane. When we consider life as sacred, we begin to notice that we respect ourselves, we respect the opposite sex. We no longer desire those things, random hookups, the bar scene, the porn, whether it's soft porn or hard porn. You can call it what you want. There are a lot of different labels. We want our minds to be clean. We want our minds to be clean because we want to walk the straight and narrow. We want to live a good life. We want to be sane. That is why we want our minds to be clean. There is joy in having a clean mind. Live well with me, my friends. Live well with me, my friends, on this beautiful day. There is joy in having a clean mind. There is joy in forgiveness. There is joy in loving others without an agenda. There is joy in seeing others as people rather than objects for what we think we can get out of them. Have an awesome day. Listen to what I said. Living Fit with Laura, to get and stay sane, stable, serene, and strong. Have a great day. I'm proud of you.